Hi, this is Bob Costas, and a huge part of my baseball upbringing had to do with Strat-O-Matic. I first played it when I was 12 years old. I had a cousin who was slightly older than me who had gotten into the game first, and we learned so much not only about the contemporary players of the mid-1960s, but about the all-time teams, the 1924 Senators, the 1934 Gas House Gang, the 48 Indians, the 47 Dodgers, the 61 and 27 Yankees, and on and on. So much baseball history, the nicknames, the fielding abilities, the running abilities, the whole thing. And now I have to bring up this one subject. And that man's name is Gary Geiger. Now, Gary Geiger had a decent big league career as a journeyman outfielder. And sometime in the mid-1960s, 66, 67, I think he hit like 196 for the year. But he hit 6 home runs in about 100 at-bats. I'm going off the top of my head here. The point is that 3-6 on his card was a home run, a clear home run. This is before the days when Strat-O-Matic got a little more sophisticated and went with lefty-righty splits. Didn't matter who was pitching. Didn't matter what the fatigue factor was. 3-6, gone, Gary Geiger. That was the deal, even though he was hitting only 196. Anyway, my cousin and I are playing a 7-game World Series. And in the bottom of the 9th inning of the 7th game, between the Atlanta Braves, featuring Gary Geiger on the bench, and the Cincinnati Reds, the team he was managing. Frank Robinson, by this time, gone to the Orioles, but I think they still got Vada Pinson. They got Jim Maloney. I mean, they're good. They're good. They got the young Pete Rose. You get the idea. Anyway, they are up by 3. Going to the bottom of the 9th. 2 outs, nobody on. I load the bases on a single, a walk, and an error. But I am down to the pitcher's spot in the order. And even though I have other choices, I'm thinking I'm going to really roll the dice here. Not just the 2 white and the red. I'm going to really roll the dice. I'm going with Gary Geiger. I got other guys that might have been able to deliver a base hit, more likely than Geiger with his sub-Mendoza line batting average. But still, I'm thinking, what if this guy comes through big time? What if 3-6 turns up? Well, you know what happened next. Gary Geiger was announced because you had to announce your guys, and you had to take the card and move it from the dugout to your right and kind of advance it toward the plate and put it in its appropriate position with the necessary pomp and circumstance, and then he settles into the imaginary batter's box, and you blow on those dice, and you let him go, and there it is, 3-6, gone, pinch hit, grand slam homer, Gary Geiger, bottom of the 9th, final score, 7-6, Costas over his cousin John Miller in the 7th game of this World Series. Now, John Miller has since gone on. A middle-aged man, obviously, do the math, as am I. John Miller has since gone on to be a successful doctor, an esteemed oncologist. He has saved lives. He has made a significant life for himself. To this day, if you walk up to Dr. John Miller and you say 3-6, you don't even have to say Gary Geiger. You say Gary Geiger, his head might explode. But if you just say 3-6, the man will be livid. It'll be a flashback that may cause him to faint dead away. That's the effect that Strat-O-Matic had on my youth, and why I'm happy to help you commemorate its 50th anniversary. In fact, this should be a national holiday if you ask me. All the best, all you Strat-O-Matic seam heads.